In these notes, we're going to be focused on solving inequalities with the variable on both sides. Okay, we're going to be working 4 problems together today. And our first problem, hold on, let me adjust my light. Okay, there we go. Now, so our first inequality, sample 1, is going to be 6x minus 3 less than 7 plus 4x. Okay, now when we're working these problems, because you have x on both sides, let's just go ahead and make it a thumbs up on putting the x's on the right side and the constants on the, put the x's on the left side and the constants on the right. Okay, so with that said, what I'm going to do right here is subtract the 4x from both sides, just like that. So I got 6x minus 4x, which is 2x, minus 3, less than 7. Now, solving it just like we would if it was an equation, we're going to add the 3 to both sides. So now I've got 2x is less than 10. And I'm going to divide by the 2. And I've got x is less than 5. Okay? Now, let's solve this. Hold on, let me fix my light again. So it's come back out. There we go. Now, let's check this. So we're going to pick a number that is less than 5. We talked about in the last video, the best thing to do was to check 0, because it is less than 5. So we're going to check 0. So what I'm going to do is rewrite my problem. 6x minus 3 is less than 7 plus 4x. I am going to take 0 and replace it with the x, or substitute it. So I'm going to have 6 times 0 minus 3 less than 7 plus 4 times 0. Okay? I love multiplying by 0 because the answer is 0. So on this side, 6 times 0 is 0, minus 3 is negative 3. All right, 4 times 0 is 0, so 7 plus 0 is 7. Now, I'm going to look at that inequality and ask myself, is it true or not? Well, yeah, negative 3 is less than positive 7, so that checks out. So I've got a good answer right here. Okay, pause the video, make sure you've got everything copied down, and then we'll go to example 2. Now, example 2, I picked it just because it's a little bit longer, just to show to you there's really not that many steps. We still got the whole no more than 6 steps to do the problem, and 1 step is write the problem down. So here we go. 2 parentheses, w minus 8, close that parentheses, plus 9 is greater than or equal to 3 parentheses, 4 minus w, close the parentheses, minus 4. Okay, now once we get it copied down, first thing we're going to do is distributed property, because we got to get rid of parentheses. Okay, so over here it's going to be 2w minus 16 plus 9 is greater than or equal to, now the distributed property over here is going to give me 12 minus 3w minus 4. Now, in the next step, remember, we're going to combine our like terms. So on the left side, the minus 16 plus 9 is my like terms. So I'm going to have 2w. Now, negative 16 plus 9 is going to be negative 7. So I write down minus 7, greater than or equal to. Now, over here, my like terms are going to be the 12 and the minus 4. Okay, so 12 minus 4 is 8. So I'm going to have 8 minus 3w. Now, Remember we said we're going to try to just go ahead and put our variable on the left side of the equation. So let's do that. Let's add the 3w to both sides right here. So 2w plus 3w is 5w. That's the minus of 7 greater than or equal to 8, just bringing everything else down. Now we're going to add the 7 to both sides. So right here, I've got 5w greater than or equal to 8 plus 7, which is 15. And then if I divide everything by the 5, w is greater than or equal to 3. Okay? Now, I need to check this. So I need to pick a number that is greater than 3. Now, I'm not going to pick something really crazy difficult. I'm going to pick 4. Okay? 4. It's the next smallest number that's greater than 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check 4. All right? So I'm going to rewrite my problem down here. 2 parentheses, w minus 8 plus 9 greater than or equal to 3 parentheses, 4 minus w minus 4. Okay, I'm going to slide this up so we can see it now. And I'm going to check 4 as a possible. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 parentheses, 4 minus 8, close the parentheses, plus 9. Okay, I'm going to hang on this side right here for just a minute and simplify this. Okay, so 4 minus 8 is negative 4, so I'm going to have 2 times negative 4 plus 9. Well, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 plus 9, which is going to get, and negative 8 plus 9 is going to give me positive 1. Okay, so I just simplified the left side. No more run over here. And let's just do the same thing for the right side. So I've got 3 parentheses, 4 minus 4 minus 4. So a lot of 4's running around right there. Okay, well, look right here in the parentheses. 4 minus 4 is 0 minus 4. Well, 3 times 0 is 0 minus 4, and that gives me negative 4. Now, again, once you get to this spot, ask yourself, is that inequality that I'm left with true or false? Is 1 greater than or equal to negative 4? Absolutely it is. So that's a check out, and that makes this up here the correct answer. Now, let me slide this back down. Well, I'm going to have to shrink it a little bit for you. Let's focus. Okay, so we're going to slide that down. Make sure you get everything copied down, pause your video, and then we'll do examples 3 and 4. Okay, grabbing another sheet of paper right here. Example 3. Okay, example 3 is not as complicated. It is 4x greater than 4 parentheses x plus 2. Okay, now let's go ahead and start solving. First thing we need to do is a distributive property, right? So just keep my 4x here, greater than, over here it's going to be 4x plus 8. Now we need to put our 4x's together on the same side. So I'm going to take this one on the right and subtract it and put it with the one on the left. Okay, now look what happens right here. 4x minus 4x, that's a big old goose egg. That's a 0 right there. Greater than, though 4x minus 4x is 0, but 0 plus 8 is 8. Now take a look at that inequality. What is wrong with that? 0 is not, 0 never ever, and not will ever ever be greater than 8. So that is a big old false. Okay, cannot be true. So what does that mean here? That means the answer to this inequality is no solution. And you remember that symbol for no solution, right? Because if you look back here, it makes sense. 4x is going to be larger than 4x plus 8. There's no way. I cannot make it larger when I'm adding more to it. Okay? This side is always going to be bigger than that side. Okay? Pause it, copy this down, and then we'll do example 4. Okay? Example 4 is the reverse of that, and we're going to see how this would look. Okay, slide this up. Example 4's problem is y plus 5 is less than 7y minus 6, parentheses, y minus 1, close that parentheses. Okay, so this is a little bit more involved. Okay, but that's okay, we can do it. I can't do anything with the left side over here, so I'm just going to bring it down. Now on the right side, we know we got to do the distributive property. So I'm going to have 7y. Now remember right here, you're multiplying by negative 6. Not just 6, but negative 6. So negative 6 times y is negative 6y. So I'm going to write minus 6y. But be careful right here. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. So that's going to be plus 6 right there. Now, the next step we know would be to combine our like terms on the same side of the inequality. So what I'm going to do right here is y plus 5 is less than 7y. Whoops, not 7y. What am I going to do? I'm going to do 7y minus 6y, which is what? 1y, right? Plus 6. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this y that's right here on the right side and put it on the left side. So I'm going to subtract this y with that y right there. Oh, the funny looking y. Now look what happens. Y minus y is 0. They cancel each other out. And what am I left with? 5. I bring down my less than symbol. Over here, y minus y, that also cancels itself out because it's 0. And that's plus 6, so that is going to be a 6 left over. Now, when I get to this line, take a look at that inequality. 5 is less than 6. Is that true or false? Oh, that is absolutely true. 5 is always smaller than 6. So what does that mean for us? The solution here is all real numbers. Every number in the world will check out in this inequality. Now, do you remember the symbol for all real number? Remember, it's that double script R. Okay? So you can use this, write it out in words, or just use that symbol. Okay? That means this is the symbol for this. Okay? Pause your video, copy this down. Make sure these notes get in your interactive notebook and go to Canvas and work on your assignment.